What's going on, people? Troops TV back again. Back our blood clot again, you understand? Episode 267, apologies, of back again. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the blood clot thing. We got Boohoo Man every time. You don't know the vibe. If you want 10% off your next Boohoo drip, hit the link in the bio and use code TROOPS, and you can activate the drip blood. You get me? Big up the man them currently inside. Pause. We have one Walad who is not appeared yet, but we had to go live because I got to jump on the next stream in like an hour and a bit. So I'm probably going to be late for that stream now because of that Walad. You get me? But as you can see, I am on the bottom row. You get me? I am on the bottom row because I held an L, blood. You understand? So, man, has to hold that. You get me? It will definitely be one of them two fucks in this position, pause, in the next episode. So we will be there. We will be there, blood. You understand? Big up the chat every time. Big up the mods, them. You know the vibe. Housekeeping time. Hussam. You got yourself a win going into the Carabao Cup final. Yeah. Well, go on.
Big up. First of all, we have to call out Flawless, because he keeps calling me out whenever I'm late. At least I had an excuse. I was praying. It's Friday. You get me? I sent the guys the screenshot as well. I was just praying Asr, and I'm here now. So where's Flawless? Where's Flawless? What's his excuse? He ain't got no prayer on Friday. He ain't got none of that stuff. So where is he? Where is he and his shit bucket hat? Nowhere to be seen. So make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to this football. I'm so used to TroopzTV if you're ready to do so, because we're back again. And this guy right here is about to get violated on today's stream. And I'll be honest with you, I'm actually not going to violate Troops as much. I'm going to violate the Arsenal fan base more than Troops, because I have a problem with the Arsenal fan base's reaction to the game. Because this guy, to his credit, Troops to his credit, called out the right people and was a lot calmer than I expected. So fair enough to him. I'm going to call out the other people, because I've heard excuses about ball boys, about parking the bus, about playing like Burnley. I've heard all
Don't
sorts
get
of
the ref.
You know, Lewis, you know what they always tell us? You know, when you make it, like, pretend that you've been there before, act like you've been here before. And it just shows over the last 48 hours, they really ain't been here before.
Last 48 hours, come on. There were fans crying when they heard the UCL anthem at the Emirates.
Yeah, he shut it, Liv.
Boy, big up, Liv, but come on, man. Only time I've cried at a game was when we were 1-0 up in Porto, which not for everybody, but
hey, when I've cried at the game is when we were like win stuff, like tears of happiness. Like when you win the Champions League, you're fucking like so.
I said tearing up because you entered it. Pause. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
I'm crying for the participation medal. That's crazy. I swear to God.
But yeah, Troops, if it helps, I'm not directing anything at you either. I'm directing it all at your fan base. So you're swerving all the bullets today.
Oh, Lord.
Lewis, I saw your reaction to the Porto goal. Then you proceeded to call me. And then that piece of shit called me. I'm just surprised the other piece of shit didn't call me. But you had a pretty...
You were busy bunny hopping.
There's no bunny emojis in the chat. How are you doing going into this big weekend for you? I know you're happy, you piece of shit.
Yeah, I am happy. We haven't played in midweek. Thank the Lord. Obviously, really enjoyed the Arsenal game. Episode 266, which I think is very accurate, because that might be the amount of weeks Arsenal have had since a home knockout win. But it is good to be back. It's good to be back on the show. Big up to everybody that's locked in. My joy in football is very limited, so I take every little bit of enjoyment in watching my rivals suffer. Big up the HOJLUND gang, as always. And yeah, please pray for my club. I need prayer emojis. I need everything we can get right now because, I mean, we're the real underdogs. Ignore the media narrative about injuries and everything. We both have injuries, but like one team is going to go in there and be better than the others. It's just what team leaves. We'll find out. But big up, everybody. Like, subscribe. And if you're an Arsenal fan watching, hold that. Big up.
I don't know.
Smile, troops. It's the Back Again podcast. Smile, brother. Episode 267. You get
He
me?
said Porto too much. He's got PTSD. I get it.
Yeah. I'm actually wearing Porto colors underneath my hoodie. You get me? Shut up,
Got
Porto.
the fucking Porto final shirt, the background.
Fair,
Getting everything.
Great memories in the Champions League there, Lewis. Obviously.
And to everyone saying we're going to get smoked on Sunday, we probably are. They're like, we've been getting buried all season, so I'm just going to keep digging. I don't care at this point. We lose, we get cooked. We lose a lot.
No one gets smoked.
Here's what it is.
You know, Lewis, actually, the only time I remember a team getting smoked in a final is City Watford. Other than that, all finals are always close and shit. Like, I don't...
No. Smoked, like, you're thinking in a scoreline perspective. You can get smoked and still lose the game 1 or 2.
Carabao Cup 2018, we got murdered.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, I forgot.
You played them 3 days afterwards, the same scoreline.
And we was 3-0 down in the 42nd minute.
I was watching Troops back then. Now we work with them. That's crazy. Follow your dreams, guys. Let's go.
Big up Ray. He says, big up my guys. Hussam, may your apology to Cody Gakpo be as loud as your disrespect. My baller. Defended him all season and Flawless can vouch for me. Well,
you know, your specialty on Back Again
is... can't vouch for you right now.
Yeah, he can't because he's not here. So you and him can hold that. And second of all, your specialty on Back Again is $4.99 to embarrass Hussam. This all you do. You know you're supposed to be on my team, you fraud. We're both Liverpool fans, yeah. I will not apologize to anyone after one game. I've apologized to Endo because he gave me 6 months. I'm not going to apologize to Gakpo after 2 games. Have some shame.
Big up Hussam's camel toe. Says big up to the camels. Big up to the camel smoking, camel riding Hussam.
Big up.
Big him up one more time. He says, what's more inverted than Zinchenko's Hussam camel toe? I don't understand that.
Not quite sure that works. How can Zinchenko, Hussam's? You have to choose which one, brother.
Yeah, you have to pick one, Aki.
Yeah.
Big up Randy. He says, world-class players win you big games. Good players play well. Overrated players choke like majority of Arsenal players, and Flawless makes everyone happy.
No, he doesn't. But big up for watching from New Zealand.
Big up the New Zealand massive blood. Big up Ray again. He says, can't wait to go on Sunday. We'll be emotional if we win. I'll be so unbearable if we win. Up the unbearable, top of the table, quad chasing Reds.
Hey, you and me both, bro. You and me both.
Lewis, are you actually going to the game? Because I know Ziad's going.
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll turn up for a cup final.
You're at Wembley?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll be there.
Okay.
My ticket's free in it, so like, can't say no.
Yeah.
Big up Fata.
Big up Drone Nation. He says, big up Back Again team. Troops, bring Abba to the pod once and ask what happened with him and Arteta during the fallout. That would shake the internet.
That would be sick.
Big up my brother.
Also, I would also ask if you ask what the hell happened with us, because I need to know who I'm directing my anger towards.
Big up my guy Ed. He says Arsenal going to Arsenal when it comes to Europe.
Damn.
Big up Ed one more time. Boohoo man will get you dripped like the tears dripping out of Troops' eyes.
Oh my lord. Big up, Ed.
Big up. I'm not gonna say big up. Big up D. Pause. Ramsdale should never have been axed. My number one. It is what it is, broski. Big up Antenna, Ethiopia. He says, big got family all the way I think it says, big up family all the way from Cali. I got the purple ready for you troops, lol. This Arsenal team needs to stop using Champions League like a side chick. Come on, you Gunners. And unfortunately, only one place to start. Porto 1, Arsenal 0. We start our round of 16 knockout campaign with defeat at the Estadio de Dragao. Fully deserved the defeat. You understand? I thought we'd win. I'm not going to lie. I did say it will be a difficult tie. I did say it won't be a walk in the park. I did say Porto is a tough place to go. Portuguese teams are a tough outfit. You have to take everything out of what everyone else has done there and just look after yourself. And as you can see, Liverpool went there and won 5-0. We have slapped them at the Emirates. We've murdered them every time at the Emirates. We've actually never won away at Porto. You know, I bring up stats to embarrass people. Well, I've got my own stats. We've actually never won a game at Porto. 2006, 2007, it was a 0-0 out there. We beat them 2-0 at Emirates. 2008, 2009, we lost 2-0 out there, beat them 4-0 at Emirates. 2009, 2010, we lost 2-1 out there, beat them 5-0 at Emirates. And we're currently 1-0 down. But that, them other teams had one thing in common. Arsene Wenger, who could navigate in Europe, blood. He could get out of the round of 16. He could get you to a quarterfinal. He could get you to a semi-final. He might got to one final, but he knows how to navigate. And actually, if you go away from home, I had more faith in Wenger pulling the tie back at home. Arteta has his record currently in knockout stages. It's not good, blood. You understand? It doesn't really bring optimism. You get me? Even last year with Sporting Lisbon, blood, we should have beat them at home. You understand? We had a strong team. It's basically this team, just Rice added to it, and Xhaka's gone. You get me? But I think we will beat them at home. We fucking better beat them at home. You get me? All the excuses coming out. I see Robbie talking about smash and grab. The man is I don't know what he's smoking, blood. He must be smoking. He must be smoking toes. You get
They were
me?
doing up who put the ball in the Porto net before that.
Yeah, I've seen all the I've seen all the posts.
Then there was no shots on target.
AFTV out of context. I've seen all them posts. They clipped me. My reaction. Vel, the piece of shit. He picked me as well. You understand? One thing I will say is you can clearly see I'm a better dancer than Igal. You get me? Let's just get that. Let's just get that in as well, blood. You get me? Yeah, I've been getting corned, but I'm the one that keeps it true. So I don't understand why I'm getting corned.
Hear that?
I'm not like you lot saw my reaction to the goal. It wasn't. I was absolutely fuming. I still am, because you play piss poor. You're in the 93rd minute away from home. Let's just get me 1 minute left of added time, 30 seconds to be precise. Yeah, 30 seconds, and the foolery in that goal. Yeah, look, there it is. You understand?
There you are.
There I am, blood. You get me? And here I am now getting mudded and on the bottom row of my own fucking channel, blood. You get me? But
I do rate that you respected Porto going into the game, though, because I can't say that for a lot of you guys. The amount of Arsenal fans I saw saying, 3-0 or 4-0.
4-0.
I saw people say Havertz brace. Like, are you sure about that? This is a Porto team that conceded 16 goals all season going into this game, and people thought you were going to score a third of the goals. No, a fourth of the goals. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? 0 shots on target is just another embarrassment by itself, but that's more individual based. But for your fans, they never learn. They literally never ever learn. Like, you have not been here in about 7 years. 7 years. A man are doing up 3-0, 4-0. Like, Porto are scrubs.
I said 3-1.
Porto are the
Like,
better European legacy.
I said
What are we
3-1.
doing?
I weren't moving carried away. Like, I thought, like, you get me, it'd be 2-1. They're chasing a goal. We hit them on the break when they're trying to throw the kitchen sink at us. That was my thought process, where we're 2-1 up in, like, then last 10 minutes, they want to, you understand? They're trying to pull the goal back, and that's when we catch them on the break. When man are saying 4-0 and all this thing, I'm like, bro, you think it's going to be a walk in the park? Like, we're just going to go there and just slap them? Like, Julian saying they're Burnley. I'm like, brother, you're right, bro. Like, Porto would come into the Premier League and finish in the European places.
Huh?
He did. He did.
Say Burnley.
Yeah.
He said Burnley under Sean Dyche. He did. He fully said that. Fully said that.
This is why I don't have sympathy for a lot of your fan base. Some of them deserve it. Some of them straight deserve it. They keep giving these crazy ass takes, and then when your team gets slapped back to reality, it's fans like you that have to take the brunt of it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not directing a lot of this at you. Like, you're guilty by association as an Arsenal fan, but for the most part, we're talking about your tapped fans. I need to start having some more respect for some of the teams that you're facing. I've been saying there is a reason why we are calling the UCL wash this season. You are part of it. You are a part of the reason. Bar City, Bar Real Madrid, it ain't serious. I saw Hassam on El Alwa saying, I wish on my life we were in the Champions League this season. I get it. They'd be one of the favorites just like that. Because the competition ain't great. And like, a big reason is because you guys are underwhelming. 0 shots on target. Bukayo Saka, who was meant to have come back, disappeared again. Martinelli just doing up straight zeros in nearly all of his stats. Like, Rice, I think, is the one that gave the ball away for the goal.
Now, Martinelli gave it away, and then Rice doesn't press. He allows him to run all the way from the fucking halfway line. Then he don't block the shot.
Martinelli again.
Then Raya, like, I've looked at the goal again. I think I was being a bit harsh on Raya, but I still do believe if he was closer to his line, he gets a hand on that, blood. Because it's where he is, it floats over him. You get me? Why are you that far up at that moment in time? If the ball's on the halfway line, I totally understand why you're there. If they're at the edge of our box, our fucking box, why are you at the edge of the 6-yard box? It doesn't make sense.
They slowed down in possession as well before that. So it's like, yeah, why are you that far forward? Yeah,
I don't understand.
It's all underwhelming.
I don't understand.
But this is why you can't underestimate the teams that you're facing. Like, I even hear it, like, you could turn it around in the second leg. I could also see a stinky 0-0. And, like, I wouldn't be shocked if I see that. Like, the one thing I said going into this game was just don't underestimate how good they are defensively. And I'm going to say the same thing going into the second leg. Don't underestimate how good they are defensively. And people are like, oh, they got a 40-year-old centre-back and everything. There's a reason why he's still playing at the age of 40. Because the guy can still produce a good performance.
I also said, like, I just see a comment in the chat now, and I also said that it's a hostile atmosphere at Porto, blood. I've been to Portugal, bro. I know what them man they are walking into, blood. Them man there, when they went to Lons and they saw all them French ultras, they were like, what the hell is this, blood? Do you understand? I said as well that a lot of our players don't have Champions League experience, blood. The likes of Saka, Martinelli, Rice, Gabriel, Saliba, our main players.
It shows. No banter. It really does show that
our main players, bro. No, they ain't got a clue. They don't know how to play Champions League football, blood. This ain't the Europa League. This ain't the Conference League. This is the pinnacle of European football, blood. So you can say that, okay, the level is not as high as it would be in the Champions League, but it's still of a level where you have to be able to take the jump, blood. You understand? And these man, like, man's out here defending Saka, saying he's like, my thing was, I don't think him or Foden are world-class, blood. I just think that I think Foden is better technically, but I think Saka's more productive with his numbers. I think Saka's more consistent. You get me? But I think Foden is the better player. Do you understand? But I don't think either of them are world-class at this moment in time. You get me? When the world-class shots are coming about now, these are the times where you have to show and prove, blood.
Show it, yep.
You get me? You have to show and prove now. You had that little youth for Conceição for Porto. running wild. That's how Saka should have been moving, blood. You get me? But he's nervous. You understand? It's like Aladdin. It's a whole new world. He sees Jasmine on a flying carpet. He's like, yo, what the fuck is this? You get me? Like,
and speaking, and you know, Troops, I want to say that speaking of it's a whole new world, you remember, I see how at the start of the stream I said, 4 years ago I was watching Troops. Now I'm working with him. With Arsenal, you have to like act like you've been here before, even if you haven't been here before. When I first met Troops, it's not like I sat here, I'm like, oh my God, and start kissing his ass and shit, pause. Like I was straight up cooking from first time we met. I was just cooking directly. And I look at the Arsenal example, to be honest with you, and it's just, first of all, I have to be like Lewis and address the fans, first of all. Some of the Arsenal fans have been extremely pathetic over the last 48 hours. The distance between Arsenal and Porto is bigger than the distance between Inter Milan and Atletico Madrid. Diogo Simeone went to the San Siro and had zero intention of playing football whatsoever. That man went to the San Siro, had 0 shots on target, gave all possession to Inter. All of you in the chat right now will say the distance between Inter and Atletico is a lot closer than the distance between Arsenal and Porto. And if Atletico park the bus away at Inter, then Porto are definitely going to park the bus against Arsenal. In Jurgen Klopp's time at Liverpool, and I know Lewis will say the same with Mourinho, with Ancelotti, with all the teams he's seen in the Champions League, we have had to unlock so many low blocks I cannot count. We played against a Napoli low block where he had to win 1-0 to go through that year that we won the Champions League. With Koulibaly in there, with I'm talking about prime Koulibaly that was looked at as the best centre-back or second best centre-back in the world. He was cooking, and we still managed to unlock it. We unlocked a Benfica low block. We unlocked a Porto low block, a Sporting Lisbon low block, an Atletico Madrid low block at the Wanda Metropolitano. We've unlocked low blocks from the start of this competition. Unai Emery low block, Villarreal, when it was the semi-final. In the Champions League, please don't think Porto is going to play Arsenal and play open expansive so they can get shafted 4-0. And then after that, everyone's like, oh, Porto gave it a go and they tried. They don't care. Porto Football Club would take a stinking 1-0 win from now till the end of the Champions League campaign happily. Please don't think this ain't about the beauty of football. The beauty of football doesn't matter in the Champions League. It's about winning. This is knockout competition now. You have to put your jockstrap up, as Shaq says, and just win. That's it. And when it comes to the Saka conversation and the entirety of the Arsenal fan base and the players, to be honest with you, I actually think that if Mikel Arteta continues in his stubborn ways, Arsenal will not win the Champions League or will not win any knockout competition of the sort. I'll tell you why. There's a great manager for Juventus, Allegri, who has a philosophy. He says sometimes you have to let go of the ball. Sometimes you have to go like Porto. You can have the ball. You can have possession. I'm going to go on a low block for 10-15 minutes so I can counterattack you. My problem with Arsenal is 2 things. Number one, they're trying to tap the ball into the back of the net. You are not going to score a perfectly executed goal in the Champions League. Sometimes you need chaos. Sometimes you need a long shot. How many games did Steven Gerrard win us with a long shot? With a free kick, with a header. Like, it's not every time you have to do 700 passes in a row and then Saka will sweaty pass it to Jesus and he's going to tap it in. Sometimes you have to take risks. And this is where I like, if you're an Arsenal fan, you have to be upset at the Arsenal players. Saka shoot from outside. Martinelli shoot from outside. Rice shoot from outside. Odegaard shoot from outside. It doesn't matter. Maybe you win a corner. You win 1-0 on a header. Like, it's just the non-risk taking is so pathetic from Arsenal. How do you not take a single risk? A single risk. 90 minutes of football. You don't take one single risk. The whole game, play it safe. Pass left, pass right. Pass left, pass right. Pass left, pass right. Who gives a fuck about possession? You can keep possession and Porto will take the victory. This is the problem with Arsenal. They need to allow themselves to cook more, take risks. At the end of the day, I still think Arsenal beat Porto and go through at the Emirates. So this is.
I think if they score first, it could go left, blood. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, if they score first, it's gonna be. And by the way,
I think the first goal is vital.
It could still be a 0-0. Don't sleep on that 0-0.
It could be, and Lewis,
because the way they are, they're gonna come and do them dark arts again, blood. One little tap, why hit the floor? The keeper's gonna end up with a yellow card for time wasted. I can see it already, blood.
Troops, I'm about to warn your fan base. all the people who are
And then
moaning
Flawless
about
turns up at the fucking worst time when I'm getting cooked, blood.
What do you mean,
Okay.
bro? Like, I don't even
Flawless,
say
let me just warn their fan base.
Yeah,
before
do
you
your
go.
thing.
Late like Arsenal and
I'll
knockout
warn
game,
the
but it's good to
Arsenal
see
fan
you,
base
bro.
right now. All the people who are upset at Porto parking the bus, watch what they're about to do at the Emirates. If you thought the Dragao was parking the bus, this is about to be 5-4-1.
In the
They're
words
gonna
of
have
Mourinho,
right back,
football
right wing
energy.
back. They're gonna have one guy at halfway line, just spam diagonals to him, and he's gonna waste time, and he's gonna use every dark art in the book. You are about to see a low block like you have never seen your whole life, worse than Sean Dyche, worse than Egyptian League low block. I'm
Now
telling
they're
you
gonna
right
see
now.
Burnley, blood. They thought they saw
Now
Burnley
they're gonna
there.
see Burnley.
Mhm.
Now you'll see real Burnley now. So
But this
now
is
you have to
elite
unlock
Burnley,
that.
though.
So good luck.
It's gonna be elite Burnley though. Like this is low block, but low block with quality. You feel me in that? Like not only defensive quality, but also the dark arts. Like Burnley lacks that. Whereas they have the nous and the know-how and actually have technically good enough ballers and they're smart enough. They've been here before. So that's what it is. Do I actually think Arsenal go through? All jokes aside, yes. Is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. No. But Arsenal offensive players need to talk. They need to turn up. Like that's what it is. We was talking about when Hassan was mentioning it and Troops mentioned it in regards to this is now the big stage. Like if you're talking world class, if you're talking elite, this is now where you show it. I believe Arsenal will go through because I think they'll have enough of the ball and Porto don't counter-attack well enough, but it isn't
Look how
going to
much
be
we had
easy.
of the ball in this game, Flawless, brother.
Yeah.
What the fuck did we do with it, fam? We had our first shot was when we fucking went 1-0 down. That's when I lost my head. Because I'm like, you might want to shoot now. Now you want to shoot when we're 1-0 down. 94th minute. Now you want to fucking shoot, blood.
Yeah, 100%. I was proud of you, though, Troops remaining calm like when Raya made the mistake initially. You feel me?
Do you know what? I think I was harsh with it. I just, before you pulled up, I said that.
Yeah.
It was, I still think he should have been closer to his line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's the loop that does him, blood. You
Yes.
get me? If he's further back, yeah, he's got more of an opportunity to get a hand on it, blood. You get me? The positioning was off. But it's Rice for me. Rice and Martinelli. Why is Martinelli playing a crossfield ball in the 93rd minute? Why don't you just hoof it straight up? Everyone, push up the pitch. Halfway line. 30 seconds. Get everyone up. Let's get out of our box, bro. Nah. I'm going to try. There's 3 of them over there that you're trying to aim for. And you don't even lick one of them.
Yeah, that's naivety right there. Like, you don't make that. Because 0-0 is a great result for you, look.
I'll say calm. Man, I'm saying I weren't calm in the chat. You man know I was calm. Because what I was calm when the goal was scored. When my rage went,
but then you slowly started dropping.
No, but I just know what I was... When my head bust, pause, was when I saw the shot. I said, no, you're trying to take the piss. I said, bro, if they had just tried to do some tried to get it to the wing and make Saka cross it in the box, because where we look most dangerous was crosses, set pieces. So if they tried to do that, I probably would have still just been like, how the fuck can you concede like that? But when I saw him try to actually shoot after having no shot, my head went, bro.
Yeah, your head was gone. Yeah, because I was watching on my watch along because it was like, yo, look and see what Troops is saying. So then obviously I seen the goal go in, rewind that, and went back to full time. Well, just the real time, and then see when they had the shot, and I understand that, but again, 0-0 would have been a good result, but that comes with naivety.
How do you take no risks in 90 minutes, bro? How? Like zero risk whatsoever.
Do you know how lucky we are? Yeah.
I've never seen a team
no away goals
this
now
safe
in the Champions League.
How are you this safe? Like it's the Champions League, yeah. Try something. That's what I don't get.
Do you know how lucky we are? There's no away goals in Champions League now.
Very lucky.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine they get one goal at Emirates, it's done.
If it was away goals, if it was away goals, then I'd be much more confident of Porto going through. But because I don't think Porto was that good going forward, I think you will have enough of the ball, and I'm expecting at least one of your attackers to be better. You know what I'm saying? Because they were all very, very poor. It's not like 2 of them were average and 1 of them was poor. I'm expecting them to do better. Emirates going to be rocking as well. You lot going to be up for it. But you mentioned it there, Hassan, about, why are they so safe? Champions League new. It's different to them. Like, for the vast majority of that team, that's the first time they've been in that environment. And I think people really do underestimate what it's like being in Champions League. They said that the ball was only in play for 50 minutes. Like, actually on the pitch. They ain't used to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've got, Havertz, he's been in Champions League, Jorginho when he gets on the pitch, but that's it. And knowing when to, and even the goal just sums up Arsenal. Like, Martinelli, there's no need to play that. I think that
transmits from Arteta to the players, though, flawless.
Because Arteta is also new to it. Is that his first Champions League game?
As a manager, yeah. 100%.
As a manager, that's his first champ. So it's new to him as well. And then you look at the bench and he's not changing it around and the goal sums him up. Why Martinelli's trying to play that pass is ridiculous. You don't try and play that pass at that time. He played that. If they was 1-0 down, I kind of get it. But they're 0-0. You do not need to play that pass. You don't even have to hoof it. Carry the ball. Carry the ball, but it comes with game management and time on the clock. And then when you give it away, then Rice compounds that mistake by not closing down the man. Raya then compounds that mistake. You can't make 3 mistakes for 1 goal. You can't do them type of things.
In the Champions League.
In the champs, you can't do them type of things because teams will punish you. And Ray he's at fault. Yeah, Ray is at fault for that. Like, obviously, Rice and Martinelli, they've played their part, but your goalkeeper should save that. Because that first one I've seen it, I'm like, oh, what a strike. And then the first replay I go, is the goalkeeper at fault?
Yeah, his positioning was way off.
Yeah, he was way off because I find myself I'm harsh on goalkeepers. And I was like, no. First time of watching it, instant replay, I was like, yeah. You've got to save that. You got to do better. So we'll see how Arsenal turn. We'll see now. All the hype.
I want to say one thing though, just on what Flawless said, because Flawless is cooking there. You know the risk-taking point, the reason why it's massive. I'll give you an example. And I'm not using my club as main character syndrome. I'm using my club because of the example I can relate to. We were playing Napoli, and we needed to win that game to qualify to the next round. I'm talking about we need to get out of the group stages. Mo Salah gets the ball with Koulibaly on his back, pause. He then turns him and takes a shot with his weak foot that goes into the back of the net. Had Mo Salah not taken that risk, we don't even go through. So my problem is, as much as, look, we can sit here and I agree 100% Arteta is also massively to blame. But when I look at some of these players, I'm saying sometimes you need to pull your pants up and actually just attempt something. This is where I hate football players who play
the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yes. Why do you play it safe all the time? I hate it. I actually genuinely can't stand. I would rather a player
like Henry. Look, like for a prime example, this is
that doesn't work, but attempt at least.
Like this is a prime example. Wenger never said to Henry, "Yo, grab the ball from the halfway line and run." When we played Liverpool, he grabbed it. I know who's some. That is the perfect example. He grabbed it on the halfway line and said, "Fuck this, you man on some jolting. I'm running. I'm going. Fuck the tactics. I don't care. Tiki taka. I'm going to the goal, blood." He took it upon himself, blood. We don't have no one in this team currently who's got the capability to do that, blood. To grab it and say, "I'm going with it, bro." You get me? It's always, "Oh, pass it on to him. Pass it on to him. Pass it on to him. Pass it on to him." This ain't the relay, bro. There's no baton, blood. Yeah? Grab the game by the scruff of the neck and do it yourself. You want to be world-class? Make world-class decisions. Yeah? Make world-class decisions, blood.
I feel like Arteta doesn't like that sort of individuality. But that's why he got rid of players like Aubameyang who had that in them.
But you need that to be a great team. You have to have individual moments.
And that might be where Arteta lets himself down.
Every great team has that one player that can, boom, go. All right, give it to me.
And that might be Arteta's weakness.
That is Arteta's weakness, 100%.
Because you have to adapt it in Europe is different because we've seen better Arsenal, like even Arsenal under Wenger. Initially, they struggled in Europe, and then eventually, even though they never won the trophy, eventually they got over the line in regards to how to navigate ties. This is why they became
Emery in Europa did that
in latter stages. You feel what I'm saying? Manchester United had this under Fergie, where you have to adapt under Europe. Like it's all well and good being, even if you're not the best side in England, but you're one of the better sides. But navigating in Europe is different.
Because you lot was terrible until you won it in 99.
Yeah, you have to become a
go out the group.
Some of the teams we went out to. Yeah, some of the teams like when we went out to Galatasaray.
Graz.
Yeah, Dortmund, like
and
there's certain teams. Yeah, there's certain teams.
Muller and that. Muller used to always come terrorize OT.
No, Dortmund were good. That's not a shot. Dortmund.
Did they win the Champions League in 97? I swear.
They did. Yeah, it's still.
Not 97. 97 was Madrid.
It was around that time.
98.
It was around that time. It was
around. I think it was 96.
But that's what I'm saying, Hassam, is I'm not saying they weren't a good side.
No, but Ferguson allowed for individual brilliance, Flawless. This is something that I'm massively critical of now because I'm realizing, you know, in the Champions League, you cannot win anything. You cannot win anything without individual brilliance. Lewis in his 2 Champions League campaigns, me with the 2 I've seen, Flawless with the 2 he's seen, every single one of us can name you right now 5 individual moments from 5 different individual players. Telling you right now, if Arteta wants to do this whole tiki-taka crap, this shit don't work in the Champions League. All this pass left, even Pep Guardiola himself only won the Champions League after he said, "We're gonna allow for an element of chaos. We're gonna allow for people to express themselves in the Champions League." Rodri takes shots from far. Haaland do this. Mahrez do that. Bernardo Silva do this. KDB do that. Like people who start taking risks It's not about control and possession and all this shit. Bro, Ferguson allowed people to be individual. Even the season the 2 seasons that Lewis won, it's same thing. Jorginho had so many individual moments. Kante had individual moments. Hell, even Pulisic had an individual moment. That risk that he took against Atletico, Pulisic, that's a risk that none of the Arsenal wingers were willing to take.
And
when we
wanted,
said
he ignored the manager's instructions for that goal too.
Imagine the Trent corner goal, the one where he passed it to Origi. Imagine he didn't take that risk, because risk taking is very important, specifically in the Champions League. And get ready now for this Porto game. Me, Lewis, and Flawless know, what's about to happen to you in Emirates? That is real Burnley. You have not experienced this. I'm telling you right now. I saw it with Simeone at Anfield. I saw it. The most disgusting tactics you will see your whole life. And if no Arsenal player is willing to pull his socks up and go like, I'm going to take the game with a strike over the neck, we're actually going to go get eliminated. I'm sorry.
And that's it. But that's what I was talking about when it comes to champs as well, because I hear what Hassan's saying. It's about calculated risks as well. Because Martinelli took a risk. It was just the wrong risk. It's the wrong time. Because if he plays that pass correctly, Arsenal are in. Arsenal are in, and you're bearing down on goal. And I'm not saying you definitely score, but you definitely are in a good position and and have a good opportunity potentially to score or create. That's where it stems from. I think people really do, I'll say this again, underestimate what it's like navigating European ties. I say this, and Manchester United had to learn about it. I haven't mentioned Arsenal, even though, like I said, they didn't win the competition, getting to the latter stages. Same with Chelsea. Chelsea had embarrassing defeats in Europe as well. I'm sure Lewis will tell you, if you look back before they won the champs, they was known for it, going out to the likes of St. Gallen, more so in the Europa League. They'll say, well, you wait for Cup back then. Same with Liverpool as well. It's like it's different, because not only are you playing teams who do the shithousery and can defend deep, they also have quality doing it. This is not breaking down a team trying to survive in the Premier League. This ain't Sean Dyche's Burnley. It's not that. It's not, even though they've been poor of late, a Moyes team. It isn't that. You're playing someone like Pepe, for example, who is as old as the manager. That shows the experience he has. He's as old as Arteta. That goes to show the experience he has. And yeah, like it's on your players to step, as much as football is now a system game, it is now on your individuals to step up and, what's the words I'm looking for, show why they get all these accolades, why you get all this hype. Odegaard, Martinelli, Saka. I'm looking at you three. Sam's right when he's talking about your individuals, your individual players, not just one of them, but like somebody has to step up. Show why you are there. Why does Saka get all the hype he gets? Same with Martinelli saying to me, they're Arsenal's 3 best attackers. I would have thrown Jesus in there, but obviously he's injured. One of you three has to step up in this game and have an absolute man of the match performance, because it's going to be very tough. And it could be 0-0 with 60 minutes to go. But it could very well be Arsenal. If they don't get an early goal, don't panic. And that has to come from the manager and the more Jorginho as well, more experienced players out there. Do not panic if it's 60 minutes. Because even if it's 1-0 after 90 minutes, it goes into extra time. But it's like, don't panic, because that's what Paul want to do. Because that's going to be one of the most frustrating watches you've had on a watch along in a long time, Troops. I'm telling you right now, this game. If you lot don't get it, yeah, 100%. But this is this is a modern day train.
15 years ago, double-decker bus. They brought the bus, they brought the train, they brought the passengers. Like, it's just gonna be fucking 2 sets of, they don't know, Flawless. It's gonna be right back, right wing back. Ain't no right wing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be full pack, like
right back and the right wing.
They're gonna be frustrated for like the life out of them. More so, not even so the players, the crowd. I can see them try to do it, and that's where the players now have to be smart and realize what's going on. Don't give away cheap free kicks. Don't let the game break up. Do not give away cheap free kicks. No, you put them under pressure. Really don't. And you should be all right. It was interesting to see. This is gonna let us know where Arsenal and Arteta are out. If they navigate this tie, I'd be like, respect for that. Like, that's a very impressive. If they manage to get through this, I'd be like, props. And whichever player steps up, I look at and go, all right, your team needed you and you did the business. There's now pressure's on, like, and it ain't nowhere.
That's how you get labeled world class. To be fair, these are the type of moments. If Arsenal went 2-0, Saka scores twice. Now people are like, okay, see, now this is a moment. This is a memorable moment. It's one in moments. And there's only one thing, Flawless. We have to. It's not a disagreement, because you made a statement, and I think it applies except in the Champions League. the Champions League specifically is not a systematic competition specifically, because you look over the last 10 years, the least systematic team probably in Europe and the most individualistic has won the most Champions League, which is Real Madrid under Ancelotti. Like, you cannot, I don't think you can call Ancelotti's team systematic.
I get you. But they're the anomaly. Like, that's not like I love a man like Ancelotti's been, some of the people in the chat, Ancelotti's been winning Champions Leagues before they was alive. Like, that's how good Ancelotti is. Ancelotti out here picking up Champions Leagues in the early 2000s is someone who's in their teenage years who didn't even know that until I've just said that. And they're like, right, he won this. Like, so yeah, you're right in regards to the Real Madrid aspect, but I'm talking normally. But yeah, you mentioned it.
No, but even Bayern, Chelsea, individualistic as well.
No, individuals did, but they did have great setup. Like, when you look at the Chelsea side, the way Tuchel set them up was very, like, they had the best defensive campaign we've ever seen. I think, like, statistically,
they did.
They conceded the least.
And even Atletico when they got to the final. But that's the other side of the game. That's the defensive side. So it's either you're allowing your offensive players to cook, or you're so strong defensively type shit. But I don't see Arsenal in either category. That's the problem.
Yeah. But like, this is where you said where this is the type of thing where you become class. This is the type of thing where I say, all right, you are now a difference maker. If Saka goes out there and scores a brace or gets a goal and an assist and he's at 8, 9, 10 out of 10, I look at Saka and go, props to you. Same way if Martinelli does it, Odegaard received a lot of criticism. Now this is the time. This is where you can show up a hell of a lot of critics doing 100%. This in Europe at home to Porto when your team's down 1-0. So yeah, man, we'll see.
Speaking of, we haven't asked yet on the show. Flawless, your thoughts on Declan Rice and his price tag?
I didn't know if you had discussed it. My apologies to the chat on the latest.
I don't even know what I did.
But yeah. I wouldn't even go. The crazy part is I wouldn't even go bring it up. I'm just saying that there's levels to this. That's all it is. And Rice is another one. I'm not looking for him to get goals and assists in this game, but I'm looking for him to stand up and be counted. Again, I think he's a good player. Now, this is where you can go into the category of very good and great. We need a very good or great performance from you in that midfield now. Let's go. Because Porto are a good side, don't get it mistaken, but they're not the elite. They're not the elite of the elite. So yeah, but it's a learning curve for the Arsenal players. Be a learning curve for them.
Yeah, you can't keep learning forever. You need to beat Porto.
No, but man just got behind the wheel.
All right, let's move on now, blood. You lot are just going around in circles, blood. Big up Connor. Arsenal lost 1-0, but I refuse to take stick paws from any United, Chelsea, or Liverpool fan, as when we are talking Champions League, their clubs are irrelevant. How can you talk on a competition you are not in? I'm going to ask that.
Why I'm not taking How about you get your
I'm going to ask that before.
I got 6 of these, man.
Your jewels up. Where's your jewels?
Hey, Connor, that's your fault.
Jewels?
Connor, that's your fault.
Big up Connor every time, though. You understand?
We have European heritage. We know how to navigate our way through this competition. How about you try? You go one final and you lost it in your entire history. Timo Henry and all that. Hold that. We will always have European heritage. Football heritage. I wasn't even going to bring it up, but he wants to talk about I won't hear nothing from Chelsea fans. We managed to finish 6th and still win a European Cup. You disgraces. Man, I'm talking about league favourites and you can't navigate your way through Porto.
Hey, Jimmy Traore has a Champions League medal. Like, you talk to me about that. Come on.
Hey,
we got 20.
Andrew has one.
I just want to say, hey, Connor, you didn't think that super chat through.
Yeah, I can't like
Thank you for your donation, though. We appreciate it. Thank you for the donation.
Didn't think that through. Why did you say
like, let me respond.
I have 4 medals on my wall has more European heritage than your entire club. You disgrace. I wasn't even going to go there, but hey, cool. We can go there.
Big up 20 in. 21 in, sorry. Martinelli was poor, yes, but how many times was he in miles of space on the wing and no one found him? I agree with that still. There's many occasions and the joy we was getting was down that side and they'd always go to Saka and it was pissing me off. Like every time Rice would get the ball, his first thought was turn to the right and give it there. Bro, Martinelli's just there dying on the wing, blood. Most isolated left winger in the world. Check the stats. Someone needs to unlock him. Nah, I fully agree with you, broski. Big up your damn self.
Looking like Todd Bowley's bank account.
Big up Ray again. He says, Cody hasn't had a consistent run of starts as a false 9. Flawless. Haven't I defended Gakpo all season? Lewis, we need to link up at the ground on Sunday.
Yeah, Lewis
Defo,
chinning
bro.
when you go to the ground. I can't remember,
Depends on the
Ryan.
scoreline.
I'm not gonna lie, Ryan. Maybe he might have people. Check out the show. We do the United Liverpool show. Ryan's on there, people. On Sagas.
As a matter of fact,
so
don't just chin him once, twice. One from me.
Hey, Ray, if you need help, you're in Northwest. That's my town. Just, Jimmy, shout me, bro. It looks like you're going to need it, mate.
Troops will be there to film it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, facts, bro. Back again. Yeah, back again content. Pick up Kingsley. He says, Taremi will be back for second leg. Be careful, Arsenal. But apparently Partey's back. We're going to touch on that. Big up De Niro. He says, Hussar speaks facts. The home game going to be frustrating. That's why I was so angry.
Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's why I was so angry when they scored, blood. I know what's, you know me. Big up Desmond. He says Champions League is won in moments. I said that as well, blood. You look at the Gareth Bale volley in the final, a moment, you get me. Angelotti never said go and do that, did he, blood? Big up Camel, or should I say Kamal? He says, Arsenal fans, that is saying that they're going to smash Porto at home. Arteta has only won one European knockout game at home since joining Arsenal. You see what I'm saying? I said that his record, it's not like people keep going back to this. We've beaten Porto back in the day. That was Wenger blood. Yeah. And that was Wenger blood. And we had players in that team that had European experience blood. We don't now, do we, mate?
I didn't even think he had one. First.
Big up Prize. That's a sick name still. He says, I think whoever scored first will be the favourite to go through. It's 50-50. There's no favourite in this game, in my opinion. Hussam, Salah and Nunes back.
I don't know yet. It's day to day, these two specifically. And Sobersline.
Big up Surafal, real one. He says, spamming the same corner routine was insanity. Yeah, bro, it was. And that's the only time we looked dangerous was on set pieces, bro. We've turned into fucking Stoke, mate. It's embarrassing. Big up Desmond again. He says, as an Arsenal fan, we do not claim Connor. He is a certified lad. Now, Connor's cool, blood. He's you
got too excited.
You know what it is, blood? You know what it is?
He picked the wrong battle.
Nah, not even that, blood. My mum always says to me, sometimes think before you talk, blood. You understand? He didn't think before he spoke, and that's his only.
You guys can talk about us in the league. Don't say we can't talk about a competition you've never won. Like, come on.
That's crazy. That's like me walking up to Mike Tyson. You can't talk about the heavyweight title because you're not the current champion. That's not how life works, brother.
That's crazy.
That's how life works.
We're just gonna fly through the midweek fixtures and then get to the main talking point, blood. You get me? Napoli won, Barca won. Osimhen getting a goal. People were saying on the watch along it was a lucky goal. I think he took it very well. Could have gone down for the penalty, but stayed on his feet. Lovely finish. Lewandowski as well. Lovely finish from Lewandowski. Two top strikers. PSV won. Dortmund won. Malin with a nice goal for Dortmund, and then Luke De Jong getting.
Yeah, I watched that game. Hour and a half of my life, I'll never get back. Jesus Christ.
Flawless and not main character syndrome, but honestly, this Champions League is like Europa at this point.
It is.
Swear.
And also,
I agree.
It's not Real Madrid and Man City, it's low-key Europa League. I'm being that serious.
I agree.
Inter won, Atletico won. Arnautovic getting the goal. Inter deserved the win as well, if we're being totally honest, blood. You get me? They had several opportunities to get the goal. Premier League, obviously, we were playing Champions League. Liverpool were playing Luton. Make of that what you want. Liverpool 4, Luton 1. Luton actually taking the lead. People in my chat were getting very excited. I stayed calm, just like when I was at training with Trey the night before, and it was 65 minutes, 0-0 Man City Brentford. Me and Trey got in the car. As soon as we got home, turned on the TV, bang, 1-0 Man City, fucking alien, back again. I don't get excited when certain teams go behind. Pause. I look at the opposition they're playing. I knew it's at Anfield. Liverpool are going to put them in a spliff. That for me, the best goal for me was the Cody Gakpo goal. Fantastic ball across from McAllister and a great finish from Cody Gakpo, which took Liverpool.
They just fell apart on the corners.
Yeah, that was it, blood. Van Dijk bullet header could have got another one. Great save from the keeper, and Luis Diaz as well. Good to see his dad there. The funniest moment was when I saw his dad wearing a short sleeve shirt with fucking gloves on, thinks he's one of the players. Big up his dad every time. You
I don't know
understand?
why people never understand why people do that, man.
Yeah, I never got to as well. As a player, I get it because in the team, the captain picks if you wear long sleeve or short sleeve shirt for the game. So that's why a lot of the time you'll see the players wearing the undergarment.
I didn't know
because the
that.
captain is
Yeah,
the captain picks whether it's short sleeve or long sleeve. So the captain.
Like, that's crazy. I'd be like to the captain, it's cold out here, man. You better.
Yeah. That's what they do, bro. The captain picks like are we wearing long sleeve or short sleeve? So like Trey said, if he's captain, he'll always pick long sleeve because he wants his undergarment, blood.
Yeah,
he's like, Dad, I'm wearing undergarment. I'm like, do your thing,
facts,
bro.
Man. It's cold out there. Anytime I kick ball, man always wears the undergarments underneath. And Hassan, why did you curse me out on your watch along, man? I wasn't even there. The chat.
Hey, good. No publicity is bad publicity.
Yeah, he smoked you, blood. Oh my god, man, the gaming channel got.
Hey, I shouted out to all your channels as well.
Yeah, shout out all your channels. Everyone.
Nah. You forgot the playback where the NBA games go on. People, make sure you're over there and then Twitch. But it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. It's all good.
Is that out of context? Sarcasm City last year, he was in all my streams because Liverpool were shit. This year, I haven't seen him. The entire year, he has not been in my chat once. Luton go 1-0 up. 2 super chats directly. I said F Sarcasm City, F Sarcasm City TV Gaming, F Flawless, F that whole channel.
Yeah.
And
he said, F the club team.
Club team.
I just F the club team. But at least I shouted them out. Everyone go subscribe. And listen, Flawless, by the way, people think we hate each other. I am actually in his chat all the time as well. We do not hate each other, guys.
Yes.
Bro, man, they wouldn't be on a show if this is gang right now, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's just clarify that, man. Just because you see us debating football and get here, there's no serious issues.
His name is out of context, Sarcasm City. How am I supposed to cuss him? I have to cuss Sarcasm City.
Why you diss him? Bear in mind, I still don't salute to him. I still don't know who that is, but big up to him. You're a real one.
You have to reveal yourself one day. You have to.
Big up Ed. He says Salah and Nunes were seen in training today. Perfect segue.
Day to day.
Carabao Cup final time, lads. Chelsea taking on Liverpool. Chelsea will be the home team in this game. Back in the day, there was this thing about if you were given a certain changing room, you would lose. And if you were given a certain changing room, you would win. If you had a certain end in the ground, you would lose. If you had a certain end, you would win. And it was true until I think we broke the duck, blood, because every time the team was on that side of the ground, I think it was the left. Was it the left side or the right? I think it was the right side. If you're on the right side, you're going to win. Because when we played Chelsea, we was on the right, they was on the left, we won. When we played City,
you would have been on the left. They would have been on the right because you're closer to Wembley.
Yeah, and then boom again, day one. You get me? But Carabao Cup time. What you lot saying, blood?
God be with us. God be with us. We must win. I can't tell you how, but hey, you better find a way because our season basically rests on this. Like, this is probably our only realistic chance of Europe because we continue to just drop points in the Premier League and we can't really get a consistent run. But I mean, we're unbeaten in our last 3. Both teams have injuries, so the injury excuse can finally get put on the shelf. We'll see. We'll see. What do you mean, have some shame?
I have 9 starters out, and you're telling me both teams have...
miss me with
this. There you are. You guys don't want to hear reality.
I've spent all season ignoring the injury excuse. I'm not about to give it to you. I'm not about to do that.
Pause.
You got to go there and you got to win same way we do.
Is that including Salah and Nunes?
Yes. Salah, Nunez, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Trent, Alisson.
Hey, come on, Chelsea, man. Your time. Let's go.
I'll be honest with you.
I want Liverpool to win.
I know you want Liverpool to win. I know.
Come on, man. If Chelsea wins good for London football, what are we doing?
Facts, man. We're supposed to be London through and through, not.
So why don't you want Arsenal to beat Porto then? It's good for London football.
No, but that's European based. That's European based.
That's European.
Why are you backing him, bruv? Why are you backing
him? Bro. Okay.
Pause.
I'm so really found a fat hole in my argument, which I hate. Pause, but fair enough. Dickhead. That's the only 1-0 you're getting on me this weekend. That's the only 1-0 you're getting.
I'll be honest with you. I think Chelsea fans are doing too much, like with this whole underdog narrative. This is a final. Liverpool are better than Chelsea, yes, but this is a final. As I just said to Troops earlier on, in finals, it doesn't matter who's playing who. It is a cup final at Wembley. So please don't think both teams want to be playing out of their skins, because they will be. Over the last 10 years, as I said, the real only like dead game I remember is Man City Watford. That's the real only like absolute like destruction.
Man City Arsenal.
City Arsenal, yeah, I just remember that one. But other than that, bro, Arsenal Birmingham was a game. Liverpool Cardiff City was a game. City Wigan was a game. You can ask Flawless. United Southampton was a game. To come up here and act like it's just going to be because Liverpool beat them 4-1 at Anfield, where it's suddenly going to replicate the same result. No, it's not. Finals are not to be played. Finals are to be won. So it does not matter. I think the smartest thing Liverpool Football Club could do is as follows. And I think Klopp is capable of doing this. That's why he does well in the Champions League. Connor, take notes in the chat. The smartest thing to do is actually give Chelsea possession. You actually, if Jurgen Klopp, honestly, I'm saying this right now, and this might shock some, even my own fans, I'd say give Chelsea the ball. They can have all the possession they want, and we'll press them, and we'll try to counterattack, because I think that's where they're most dangerous. The reason why injuries make a difference is as follows. The drop-off from Salah and Nunez is significant to Diaz and Gakpo. Mo Salah comes back against Brentford within 15 minutes, assists McAllister and scores a goal. That is not something any other forward has in his bag in our whole team other than Jota, and he's also injured. So we need Salah back. We need Nunez for that game. The other positions, I'm not making excuses, Lewis. It's not like I'm going, oh my God, Trent is out, we can't survive and shit. Because okay, we still have Van Dijk, we still have Konate. You know, Kelleher is in goal. Obviously, I would much rather have Alisson and shit like that. 100% Roms. I'd much rather have Alisson over Kelleher, but it's not like if Kelleher is there, I'm going to shit myself. But in terms of front three, Troop said he didn't get excited. I was frustrated. People, big up everyone in this chat who was in my watch along in the first 45 minutes. I lost it all. The reason why
they said you were going mad.
I was going mad. The reason why I cussed out that out of context guy is because I actually, my head was rattled. Like I was gone beyond measure, because it's not about like a belief or a non-belief thing, but that front three, Elliot, Gakpo, Diaz, that does not scare, like Jordan national team is not scared of them. Like that is just not a scary front three at all. So if I say to anyone in the planet, would you rather face Salah, Diaz, Nunez, or like Gakpo, Elliot, and Diaz? Like, come on, it's just such a big difference, you know, in terms of quality. But I think, look, the games at Wembley, you have to win. How does not matter, whether it be by penalties, whether it be 1-0, whether it be 2-1, whether it's a goal from a set piece. Finals, you have to win. You could, by the way, we played Spurs in a Champions League final. Klopp gave them possession. Keep possession, Habibis, and do all this tiki-taka shit. We'll win, no problem. So if Klopp surrenders possession, I think we put ourselves in an even better position to win, because actually Chelsea struggle against slower blocks more than they do against the team that quote unquote plays football. So yeah, that's what I'll say. But anything can happen. Make no mistake. I'm not going to go like, oh my God, Chelsea, we're going to smash them because they're crap. That's not a mentality to head to a final with. So yeah.
Flawless.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because of all of the injuries. It'd be interesting to see, because I see some of these players being fit. I don't see all the players.
Yeah, these man are lying, blood. About they putting flipping Kwanzaa on the flipping on the advertising, blood. I said these man are trying to chill. Blood, you're gonna see all them man turn up in their suit, blood, ready to go.
So it's kind of like it's a final, and this is the game because it's a final.
Mind games. You man are on young spray, bro. Mind games.
Like the Undertaker. How you thought I was dead? Long.
Yeah, like this is a game where if a player is 60-70%, if they were playing, let's say it was the home to Luton game, it might be like, all right, I'm not gonna play this game. Yeah. They're playing Chelsea,
they're playing, blood.
The Carabao Cup final. So that's what's gonna be interesting in regards to who play either side. There's gonna be a lot of late fitness tests, in my opinion, and we are going to see these players. Because I'm not sure what the injuries, for example, are to Salah and what they are to Nunez. Not sure on the Chelsea end. Who's actually missing for you, lot, Lewis?
So right now we've got Cucurella, Silva, Badiashile, Chukwuemeka, Fofana, James, Lavia, and Ugo Chukwu out. So I only think James is the major miss in that. Although Poch is still talking about
Thiago in a final, no, it's not a big miss.
No, like, I'd actually rather he didn't start, but Poch is still talking about how he might start. Like he's in partial team training. Why?
Yeah,
why? Like, we're gonna have to play a lot deeper with Thiago Silva in the team. Let me have the Sassy and Colwell. I can push up a little bit higher. I can move the ball a bit quicker.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how both teams approach it as well, because as Sam mentioned about one, and Rum said it as well, big up to Rums. I want Chelsea to dominate the ball, and we hit them on the break. That's probably Chelsea's mindset. I bet if you ask Lewis, who you asking for Chelsea fans, is they want to how they played against City, where it's like give Liverpool the ball, hit them on the break, especially Liverpool if they are missing Salah, for example, if they are missing Nunes, who are apart, they are their two best attackers. Obviously, there's no Trent, there's no Jones, who's been in good form as well. So it's really going to be interesting to see. I think Liverpool will win, unfortunately, because they are the better side. They have the better manager, they have the better side, they have the better individuals. And we just spoke about individual quality with the Arsenal Porto tie. And I expect in this final for somebody to do something. Like I said, I got a sneaky feeling. One of either both of them are going to play, or one of them is going to play in the Nunes and the Salah. I don't see them both missing this game, even if it's off the bench. I just don't see.
I do hope you're right, but it is day to day though. Like it's not like. By the way, they weren't even on the bench against Luton. Had they been on the bench against Luton, I'd be a lot more confident that they would play, type thing. But the fact that they weren't even on the bench shows me like, like there's a possibility they don't play. To be honest with you, so it really depends, man. You know how matchups make games. If they play Thiago Silva and we play Nunez, that's a recipe for disaster running in behind.
That's a bigger pitch than Anfield
on a purely physical perspective, just pace. Nothing else but pace alone. That's a recipe for disaster. So
really bullying the elderly like that. Come on, man.
No, 100%. But
people, by the way, need to stop acting like it's gonna be like 4-0 and shit. Because ain't no final gonna be no 4-0, like bro.
Not 4-0. Not 4-0. I think it goes extra time. I think Liverpool win, but now I think with all these injuries, I can fully see extra time. Those with no Silva, Chelsea they do have the players individually from a defensive standpoint and can set up in a defensive way to stifle Liverpool, especially Liverpool without the attackers they have. It is going to be a final. So I could see this easily being 0-0 going into extra time. But I can see Liverpool doing something. Like I said, even though them two weren't on the bench, I can see like a Salah playing in this game. I can fully see it. If he's not there, then it increases the chances Chelsea. But I'd say Liverpool, just because I think Klopp and their individuals make the difference. They're a better team. So we'll see. But it's going to be an interesting watch.
And we have the best midfielder on the pitch as well.
Who, McAllister?
You saw him cooking against Luton. You see, I know ballers. My eye spots talent when I watch it. I'm telling you right now. This McAllister guy,
Caicedo, you must.
Telling you right now.
Caicedo, you must. That's what I'm saying.
I will do sick, twisted things for a Caicedo winner.
Caicedo, you must. We've already seen one 100 million pound midfielder fail in a big game. Caicedo, step up, man. Your time. Let's go.
Caicedo failed at Anfield, to be fair, in the 4-1. He got ran through.
Yeah, they all did. But yeah, it's a league game.
Yeah, but my manager sent the other guy in the pivot to play up front. So
yeah, I'm saying cup-wise now, all will be forgiven if you ball out in this. Well, not all forgiven, but that's what people remember. We're talking about big moments, even though it's Carabao Cup and it's like the least prestigious trophy. It's because it's against Liverpool. It's not like they're playing. If they were playing Luton in the final, different conversation.
Even for Poch, he takes a lot of pressure off himself if he wins this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You had one job, and then you were literally fucking 6-0 down at the bridge. You fucking bozos. You gave us hope for no reason. I hate when you play a big team in a final because really anything can happen. Honestly, like it's just
that's the only hope I have for this game.
Like the name of the club is Chelsea, so it's not like you're playing, like I don't know, like Burnley or something.
We have to win this though, otherwise we're the first team in English history to lose 6 domestic finals on the bounce. So we have to.
Really?
6 finals.
Yeah, I'm dropping that stat before you do. So
you knew I would have found that.
Yep.
Lewis knows. I would have found that.
You would have found that.
Statman troops over here.
We must. We must. And you bring the 6 man. Get rid of that. And try to be smart.
We
have to win this.
You can't go 6 in a row.
For the players, for the fans, for Pochettino. We need to win this trophy because I don't know if we're getting Europe.
Imagine you make it to an FA Cup final and we literally have a repeat of the quad charge season, but this time we win the league instead. Like imagine we actually beat you Carabao Cup and FA Cup on penalties again.
I don't want to imagine that. Why would I want to imagine that? That's terrible.
Poor Ziad. Hey, shut it, Ziad. Shut it, Ahwa. Ziad went to 2 Wembley finals. It was both Liverpool games. Both he lost on penalties. He's going this Sunday. Hey, Ziad,
I'm hoping it's a jinx because I missed both of those finals. So I could say that's a me thing if we win. But I still can't tell you how. I think this one's going to penalties, personally.
Yeah, I think Liverpool penalties.
I think we take the lead. Crappy game management will lead to an equalizer as per usual, but I would hope we hold on from there. And hey, we got good penalty takers, I think. We got Sterling, Enzo started bagging a few, Palmer, Madueke. There's no Kepa, there's no Mount. Petrovic is a good penalty saver. Who knows? I feel like we'd have a little bit of luck from penalties, but
Salah, Nunez, Soboslai, McAllister, Endo, Van
I never
Dijk.
said you didn't have good penalty takers. I just said we
straight
did.
at Kepa in the eye and shot it exactly where he was stood. That is something that is such like unbelievable from Virgil van Dijk as well. So.
That's not unbelievable from Van Dijk. That's unbelievable from fucking Tyrannosaurus Kepa and his small arms. But hey.
No, but the fact
Not
that he
surprised.
shot it exactly where the guy was, I just looked at him.
Yeah, and his small arms still couldn't reach it.
That was cold. That was cold. That shot was like 150 kilometers per hour as well. I could have ripped the net.
Man got a cold penalty because his brother could not save a shot that went right at him, and he was standing at the area. That guy's an absolute terrorist.
Big up Ahmed. He says Velvy Studio needs to come on here. Pause.
That's another reason why I'm not talking too wild either. I know he's around.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's around.
You know he's lurking in the comments, the wallad. Mm-hmm. Big up Kingsley again. He says, in my opinion, Chelsea are better without Silva.
Facts.
And big up Anthony. He says, shout out to the squad. Big fan of the show. Watching from LA. Come on, big up the Cali Massive. It must be mad early over there because what you lot are 8 hours, yeah. So
yeah,
it must be like 6 a.m. 6:30 a.m. Man, I appreciate you, bro. Probably they're having probably they're having your Fruit Loops. You get me? Big up the Fruit Loops. You know what I'm saying?
It's the way he said it.
I gotta put on the Yankee accent. I can't lie, blood. Flawless. I've actually changed the title on YouTube. You won't see it because obviously it's on the stream. But apparently HOJLUND is out for 3 weeks, my brother.
I did read that still. I see.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was true.
News, especially after the man has been cooking.
Yeah.
He really has been cooking, blood. You get me? Jim Radcliffe came out and spoke this weekend. Not this weekend, sorry, this week. Saying that he wants to give you a new stadium because he's tired of people getting brown water on their head top.
He didn't say all that, but we moved. There's no way that Jim Ratcliffe said head top, but hey, that's the truth paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? He did not say that. He didn't sit down with a BBC.
Brown water on your head top.
I'm tired of people getting brown water on their head top.
I'm tired of people getting brown water on their head top.
He said he wants to refurbish Old Trafford potentially or build a new stadium. But
and he said that he is in full support of Ten Hag, but you know he's going to say that anyway. But do you like everything else that he's bringing to the table?
Yeah, I didn't watch the full interview or listen to the full interview, but I see like clips and bits and pieces of it, and him saying, you mentioned it there, back in Ten Hag. Of course, he's gonna back Ten Hag. He's not gonna add more pressure to him. What I do like, even though I don't really be paying too much to interviews, everything he said, he said he wants to knock Manchester City off their perch. I was like, fair enough. He also stated that it's gonna take much more than, because the person asked him, the interviewer asked him, are you gonna catch Manchester City like next season? And he was like, no, 2 or 3 seasons. He was like, it's going to take much more than that. Pep didn't get it done in 1 season. And what he also said, which was interesting, is he was like, we're not just going to lavishly throw money at it. He's like, that's not going to be the scenario. There's much more we need to fix. And he was honest about Manchester United's current state and where we're at. And he was like, we're far behind Manchester City. We're far behind Liverpool. And I respect that. Man, obviously with the refurbishing at Old Trafford, but again, it all sounds good. He's clearly aware of the problems, which is always a good sign. He's not there being delusional, but now it's about actions and putting these things into place, and we'll see. But he seems like he's on it. Like I say, we're moving in the right direction, but it's just more steps. It's just more steps. I'm looking at summer. I'm looking at next season. Could be what I'm most interested to see under this regime is recruitment. How does the recruitment change? What do we do? How much money do we spend? Because I believe, I don't know if it's true, but it's like we're now no longer going to be impacted by FFP, so we can spend money. And I say this all the time, Manchester United always spend money every single summer. But it's about, I never complain about how much we spend, how
you spend it. Yeah, that's like me and these man.
Yeah. That's it. And people are like, oh, yo, the Glazers always spend money in it. Like, why are you so critical? Never once have I ever on any platform anywhere complained about how much we spend. How we spend it is the problem, because it's not spent smartly. It's like just giving a kid £10 and saying, yeah, go shop. They're going to come back with £10 of sweets. What are we talking about here? Like, you have to be smart. You got to supervise these things. You got to organize these things. With HOJLUND, who you mentioned as well, such an injury at unfortunate time because he's been on it.
He's cooking right now. Let's be real, blood. He's probably the form striker in the Premier League, blood.
He's the form striker. He's like 7 and 6.
I mean, they're having talks about him and Haaland, blood. That's how much form he's on. They're saying that he could get into. They're saying that they're having comparison with him and Haaland. I see that they're saying about Haaland can't get into the Liverpool team right now. I see a whole heap of things going on. It's mad right now. Like, they've got this flipping Saka debate.
You understand, people on socials are bored. That's what that is, man. That's international break settings. Those type of
Haaland has been playing like shit lately. That's not.
No, he has. But to say Haaland doesn't get into the Liverpool,
he was injured for a long time, though. You have to bear that in mind.
What are we talking about? He gets into every side in the Premier League.
Exactly. Let's be real.
But again, people know that's gonna get tweeted, and then it's gonna get viral. Yeah, of course. And people know what they're doing, especially with the blue ticks now on Twitter, where you get paid for engagement. It's like, that's why I don't get involved in that. But yeah, HOJLUND, it was at the wrong time, 110%.
Some people think any football opinion is tyrants of engagement. You know, I didn't hear you say that. You fraud. You're such a fraud.
Why am I a fraud? What did I do? I didn't even hear what you said.
You forgot who called me a tyrant of engagement when they
Did I call you a tyrant of engagement?
1 second, I'm going to get a water.
Are you a tyrant of engagement?
I just can't have a different opinion to you without being a tyrant of engagement.
Did I call it? That don't even sound like me. Are you a tyrant? Yes. Do you also say?
I still remember the exact moment. Ryan looked to your right. He's like, do you think Hussam actually likes Poch that much? He's like, he knows what he's doing. He's a tyrant.
Oh yeah, 100%. I've said that to your face. You fully know what you're doing. You're an intelligent.
Yeah, I'm not doing it for engagement. I actually back my opinions up with objective facts.
99.9% of the time.
And objectively, what Troop said is also true. HOJLUND has been playing better than Haaland over the last month.
No, that's different. Form wise, yes. But is HOJLUND a better striker?
No, but only form.
Yeah, but we had this conversation when we were talking about world-class players and how form is different to actual quality. Is HOJLUND currently the in-form striker? Yes, he's got 7 in his last 6. Of course, he's the in-form, but we watched. I think it was.
That's why it will affect you negatively.
5.
Him being absent.
Yeah. I've said that to you before. You're very smart at what you do. Like, don't get mistaken.
It's not about being smart. I actually believe what I say.
I disagree.
Not everything is for engagement, yeah.
Not everything, but that is. There's no way you think.
You see people do stuff for engagement. You know that ain't me, brother.
Bro, to be fair, Hussar's been getting a lot of defense on his Poch, his Poch theories, bro. And I'm starting to. I'm even starting to be like. He's kind of right, you know.
Because you know why? Because people have various reasons why they would do that.
I'm not even trying to draw you out, Lewis, but because we're past the Chelsea.
No, it's calm. I've had a peaceful morning. I don't want to engage.
I'm just honestly saying that. I'm starting to look at it and I'm kind of like, are these men a bit harsh, blood? Like,
nah, they're not a bit harsh.
Troops, my friends. 10th in March. 10th in March. I'm not saying that. No, I'm not. I'm just saying that before I go into anything else. 10th in March.
And the thing is, though, name a big
Bowley out. He can't leave for 8 years. What's the point?
There we go. Hey, Troops, name a manager that's been at one of our clubs that is not going to get backed. He's naturally going to get backed because of people's love for the football club. So emotionally, they're attached to him. Because
my point is, I actually back my opinions up. So it's not for engagement. You're smart enough as a YouTuber to know who does shit for engagement. You know, I don't do. I just have strong opinions on things. I generally 99% of the time I don't sit on the fence, and I just have strong opinions about shit.
I never said that you don't.
Strong opinions does not make me a tyrant of engagement. If I actually genuinely
believe, engagement, stop using that. I never said
you're a tyrant. If I genuinely believe that,
I chat, find when Flawless said that, chat. I beg you, chat, find that.
I said you.
For Manchester City, Ryan was there. He looks straight at Flawless and he's like, "Do you think Hussam rates Poch?"
No.
And Flawless turns around and goes like,
"No."
And Igal, they're both tyrants of engagement. They know.
I don't even say that because that don't make sense.
My theory is that this is just your get out of jail card if we beat you in the final.
Yeah, I've said no. I never said.
Lewis, 1 second. How's it my get out of jail card when I've been saying this about Poch all year long? I didn't know we're playing in a final till.
I don't even know how long we've been debating Poch. I feel like it's only been 2 months.
It's only kicked in
ever since the Chelsea fans were like, watch out. That is when I actually gave that opinion. But had you asked me at the start of the season,
since December then, because December.
Had you asked me at the start of the season, I still would have put Poch third. My opinion on that hasn't changed. I still think he's a great manager.
I mean, in August, I would have understood that a bit more. August, I was there for giving him time. Then the next 6 months.
Yeah, and just to clarify, no, I wouldn't have said that. Did I say you do it for engagement, but tyrant of engagement don't make no type of sense? Plus, you're a troll as well. And you like winding people up.
I don't do it
that
for
ties
engagement.
into it.
I wouldn't say you're a tyrant of engagement. I just think you're advocating for terrorism.
So you're not
you
a
know
winder.
that's shit for engagement on
So, no.
YouTube.
It's not about chatting shit for engagement. Like I don't. You take it.
No. I didn't say chatting shit. I didn't say chatting shit. I said you know who does shit for engagement.
No. I'm fully aware, but I'm saying with this, you are a wind up. You are 110% a wind up merchant. And
that's if I back up my opinion.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Just because
100%. That's why every time Chelsea score, you're in my comments saying, "Oh, watch out."
Yeah, exactly. Wind up. But I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying. I've never once said you
that
don't. That
part is a wind up, but my opinion
I actually you're a wind up. You're 110% a wind up merchant.
No, but I actually genuinely believe my opinion.
I've never said you don't.
I didn't make that up.
Yeah, I've never said you don't, but I just disagree with the way you back it up. I disagree with your opinions on backing it up. You would not accept.
No, you can disagree with my opinion. All I'm saying is I genuinely actually believe it. It's
and so does everybody. Everyone who does everything for engagement backs up their shit.
No.
They all back it up. Of course they do.
Certain people. No. The people that you're. The idea that you're referring to is not just people who back their.
They back it up. A gal has. A gal's wrong and strong.
When you say
same way, pause. Now, what are we talking about?
When you're doing stuff for engagement, that's basically is more like clickbaity. You know, like I want you to watch my video type thing. The only time, by the way, the whole year if I wanted to beat the fuck out of this drum, I could have edit, thumbnail, pre-recorded video, 12 minutes works well for the algorithm. Why Poch isn't to blame? I haven't even done that or anything. I've done one video,
but that's on his way though. The fact that you thought about that, like I'm saying, you're a wind-up merchant. That's where
I haven't thought about that.
How has this gone from talking about HOJLUND to Wissam being a wind-up?
Because Sam got main character syndrome because
I'll tell you why. Because I saw out of context.
Because I know the game, man. Because I know his game. That's why. Because I
remember when I saw out of context. Out of context is in the chat now, so I remember when
because I know the game. Because he's a wind-up merchant. And back to what I was saying, there's no manager at our 4 clubs that doesn't get backed. What are we talking about here? All the worst managers we've ever seen at our clubs have all been backed.
Emery wasn't. Emery wasn't.
Yeah,
Emery wasn't backed. Emery wasn't
I've
backed.
seen my club not get
guaranteed at that time, if we were doing that show, there'd be people in the chat and there'll be rivals.
No, I was the only one backing Emery. Pause. I was the only one, bro. People were telling me that I'm crazy. They're like, Troops, you're the one that flipping pulls out banners. I'm like, bro,
Troops, you was the minority, but there were still people with you in the minority.
There's about 5 of us. There's about 5 of us,
right? There were still people in your chat at that time.
The Palace game, like just before he got sacked.
Yeah, when Xhaka told us to fuck off.
Shaka. When Shaka told the fans to fuck
off. There's always the minority. Same way with Poch.
That's when I turned. That's what made me turn.
The Poch thing isn't a minority, by the way. Chelsea
fans are divided. I'm saying there's
a couple of Lewis's man them on Chelsea. What about that's where the cameraman's Chelsea in? Alex.
No. The guy who runs Chelsea Fan TV is still poaching.
Yeah, he's poaching.
Yeah, that's the point that I'm making. Is there's always a minority, whether they're the manager in or the manager out. Happened with us with Ollie. What are we talking about here? For the long time, I was a part of the minority. He was awful. So what are we doing? And he was way worse than Poch. So that's why I don't hear, some of the people, some fans don't know what they be talking about because they blinded by emotion. They don't think about things logically because we're fans.
That's why they're still Poching because he deserves to walk us out of Wembley.
Yes,
so exactly. Okay, cool. Well, we just better win.
Lewis, what you just said there deserves to walk you out. That's based in emotion. That's based. There's no space for that. That's
exactly what I said, bro.
There's no space for that in high level football. And I'll deal. And when it comes back to Manchester United, this is why I have so many issues and debates with fans, whether it's fellow panelists or whether it's people in my chat or people who will call in. Oh, why are you being so critical of such and such? Because there's no time for sentiment. That's why. Are you delivering or are you performing or are you not?
That's why Jose won a league title for us and got sacked 6 months later. Ancelotti sacked in a tunnel at Everton. Meanwhile, this guy drops out 2 high goal scorers at Everton.
That's
not right.
Real mentality.
But again, Lewis, that's not right.
100% that's real mentality.
100%. That's not right. People would have been saying that's not right. You know what I'm saying? That's not the right thing to do.
Don't have that.
That's not it's the Chelsea way in regards to that. Oh, this is not the United way. How many times have I heard that? We don't sack managers. That's not the United. What are we talking about? The United way is winning.
I hear that from Chelsea fans. Oh, we're not in the Roman era anymore. Oh, okay, but then you're ripping our owners for not having the standards of the Roman era. Pick a side.
Exactly. But yeah, with the HOJLUND injury, injury at the worst time. I don't know what Ten Hag's gonna do because we already this ties back into us not going doing what we needed to do in January, doing what we needed to do in the summer. Because we should have signed 3 strikers in the summer.
Is this gonna cost your top 4 Chase?
There you are, Troops. You're so shameless, I swear.
Oh yeah, you're actually in the top 4 race.
They are, bro. I've broken the league down. Look, pause.
Go on.
I've broken the league down into
must be nice
into 5 sections, yeah. And the first section is obviously the title race, which is Liverpool, City, and Arsenal. Then you have the race for top 4/Europa, which is Villa, Tottenham, United. Then you have the race for conference, which is Brighton, Newcastle, West Ham, Chelsea, and Wolves. Then you have the mid-table battle, which Chelsea have just managed to escape, which is Fulham, Bournemouth, Brentford, Palace, and Forest. Then you have the relegation battle, which is Everton, Luton, Burnley, and Sheffield United. So it's split into sections now. And if you look at it, everyone's point, the way I've done it is you can, in that section, everyone is within like 4 points.
We're not even in the race for Europa, in the race for conference.
Chelsea are in the race for conference. This mad.
There we go.
It's mad.
It is crazy. And I give you the same answer I gave you last week, Troops. And you should know this because you're an Arsenal fan in the correct. Are we in the race for top 4? Yes. Do I believe we win the race? No. Same way Arsenal are in the race for the Premier League. Will you win the Premier League? No.
Stop tying it back to me. This is the Man United section.
Yeah, we're in the same boat.
No, we're not in the same boat. I'm in a title race, blood. You're in a Europa race. We are not in the same boat, blood.
No, when I say
we are not even on the same, we're not even on the same plane.
Yeah, 100%. But we'll both end with no trophies, but that's a whole different conversation. When I say we're in the same race,
I'm flying business class. You man are like
our aspirations is the same as what's it.
My food's better than yours.
Say that again.
I pick what I want to eat on the plane. You man get a set menu.
That's all well and good. But my point,
at least he gets a menu. I'm here picking up scraps.
Get a set menu, blood.
My point still stands.
You never get water when you walk on the plane.
You're in the bathroom like that.
I'm traveling by boat.
That's all well and good. That's all well and good.
I'm not even walking.
Gonna win.
I'm trying to bring it by TV now.
I'm not. No. You're in a race that you're not gonna win. We're not gonna win our race. It's the same thing.
No, but it's not the same thing because I think United actually have a possibility of winning their race.
Yeah,
and so do Arsenal. I'll tell you why.
Of course we.
If you beat Fulham,
Lewis is in cargo.
If you beat.
Wait. He thinks I'm on the plane.
I said he's on the plane.
Think about it. If you beat Fulham this Saturday, you're tight.
Brother, I am swimming across the Atlantic. I don't even have a ferry or nothing.
Lewis is hanging onto the fucking wheel, blood. He's wrapped around the wheel.
Lewis is Tom Hanks in Castaway. You know what I'm saying? That's
wow. Hey, Potted Wilson.
But I don't know why people. It's crazy. But yes, if you had Egypt,
Wilson there with him. Watch out.
I wasn't to Arsenal fans, and obviously who always think I'm trying to. That's not a draw. I'm just saying it's the same thing. The same way I don't think Arsenal win the league. I don't think we finish in the top 4. But are we both technically in the race? Yes, we're both technically in races. They're in the race for the title. We're in the race for top 4. Even though top 4 ain't no trophy. Do I think we finish top 4? No. That's better. And now this is an even further blow because we don't score goals without. Say again.
Tottenham are bottle jobs. Keep that in mind. And if you win this weekend because they don't, you go level on points with them.
Yeah, that's all well and good. And the thing is, even if again, I don't, it's nothing to. I'm not jumping up and down. That's why I don't even see. Yeah, it's a top 4 race technically, but it's like we don't win nothing at the end. What's the trophy?
Fair.
There's no trophy. That's why when you say race, I don't know a different way. Even though it is technically a race, I don't know a different
project though. That's what I'll say.
Maybe, not necessarily.
Like from a financial perspective, experience.
But now United will spend anyway. It don't matter. They bought Pogba in Europa League, but it don't matter.
It don't stop us. It's not like, for example, say for example, like if Villa finished top 4, that impacts heavily the players they could go and get. So, for example, say Villa, it's not going to happen, by the way.
It's like Newcastle last year.
Yeah, say Villa went in and was like, right, we want to get Ivan Toney. Them getting Champions League or not Champions League could potentially affect that from happening. Again, people is not going to. I'm just using that as an example. Where with us, any player we go for, they ain't going to look at us and go, well, United are not in it. It's highly unlikely they'll look at us and go, United are not in Champions League. That's why for me, it's not really anything that I go. And plus, I don't want it to blind people and think that it's been a good season, because it's not. If we somehow manage to just get top 4 towards the back end of the season because Villa and Spurs fell away. No, this season was still not good. Look at what the aspirations and it was supposed to be beforehand. FA Cup, I'm looking at. I've said that. That's the real race. Run me 6th in FA Cup right now. Over 4th and no trophy. There's no, this top 4 thing is.
Who are you playing in the FA Cup, by the way?
Forest away.
Should win that.
That's not easy.
I don't know about that.
Forest will rest players. They got more important things.
I hope you're right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm hoping we continue to get favorable draws.
Isn't that game next week as well for you, or is it not?
Yes, Wednesday. Yes,
Wednesday, midweek.
Ooh, you have them before you have us. Shit.
It's midweek. So it's kind of like that's, and this HOJLUND injury is not that.
So Forest play United at home FA Cup, and then they play Liverpool at home in the Premier League.
Yeah, so it's
so I want to see how serious they take that United game.
Yeah,
Groups could be right. They could rest players. They could.
But this HOJLUND injury now is a blow to that. But yeah, top 4 is like there's no we winning. What are we winning?
This Garnacho guy, man.
I rate that you've even pulled yourself into the conversation though, because no one would have said that.
Yeah, props to the manager, props to the players. We managed to be the informed team in the league and pick up wins and things like that. But it's kind of like that doesn't blind me to the fact of what happened beforehand.
We're the form team.
Mm-hmm. Are you the informed team? Are you sure?
Five in a row, bro.
Have we not got 5
in the league? The league
got
maybe
5 in a row.
Is it 4 in a row?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool. I found second informed team then.
Leonardo DiCaprio, catch me if you can, blood. You get me? Obviously, you can't. Obviously, you can't.
Hey, go catch that title, mate. You know what I'm saying? How about that? Yeah.
I was gonna say something, but I'm not even gonna say it, blood, because people will be like, "Troops, how can you say that?" So let me just. You know what I was gonna say? Catch it. You know I was gonna say it in my house, and I can't say that.
You know what? If I think it's what it was,
you know, flawless.
If it was, I'm still annoyed at what you said last week, but we move. You know what I'm saying? I'm still bothered at the start of the show. I'm still annoyed.
Oh, when you think one of your man them is your man them, and then this guy's a dickhead.
Yo, that was about you.
I knew.
That was
this
you.
Guy's in his feelings, blood.
I was, yo.
What do you mean? I probably helped, blood. I probably helped, blood. You get me?
Nah, you didn't help, man.
I did, blood.
Worse, yo. No, you didn't, man. No, you didn't. Oh, this guy, yo.
Big up my snow bunny every time, man.
Yo, fuck you with it. Yo,
I'm talking about Lily, blood. I'm showing with you. I got a snow bunny, you know.
I corrected, press. I apologize. Yo. I'm still annoyed. My apologies, yo.
Hey, big up Yang. He says, if it goes to penalties, Petrovic is good. That is what he is known for. I think LFC win, but penalties, I back Chelsea because of Petrovic.
Fair.
Lewis said that as well.
Yeah.
Big up Ed. Watching you guys on a layover in DC to Cincinnati, sorry. Big up your damn self, broski. We appreciate you. Hopefully we're getting you through this boring time, because I know them layovers are dead, fam. They're dead, bro. I ain't done one for time. I like to fly direct. But sometimes you can't as well. That's the problem. Big up Ben Highsmith, my brother. Day one in this cut. He says, big up Troops and the panel. Just wanted to stop in and show love. Porto will be tough, but I believe in my team. Like Flawless said, this is where you become world class. Let's show it. Come on, you Gunners. Big up yourself, broski. Good to see you're well. My dog, Bajan Reds TV, says happy Friday to the man them. Troops, Lewis, Canadian Flawless, and my Liverpool brother Hussam. Sorry, Lewis, we taking this cup, bro, but all love and Troops. Porto stinky 1-1 draw in the second leg. Yeah, man.
Come on, man. Don't be greedy. You got like 3 other cups to go for. Just leave this one. Let Salah breathe. Let him rest.
Bajan Reds, I'm fearing that one. Hussam's best friend is in the cup. Mr. Out of Context, Sarcasm City. He says, big up everyone except Hussam because he's a fraud.
Think of Out of Context, Sarcasm City.
Fuck you, Context.
Yeah. Big up Bad Boy Productions. He says, flawless, #1 fraud, but he's just asking questions.
Facts, I can't ask questions no more. It's crazy.
Big up my brother Connor. He says, I've had a shocker with that comment. What I meant was if we're talking Champions League this current season, but big up the panel and chat.
Yeah, if you're talking Champions League this season, next season, bro. The year before, the year after.
I'll defend it now.
No,
I'll defend it. Because if you can't get in the club, how are you gonna moan about people in the club?
Oh,
Do you understand?
Because we already have the medals.
You man have been in the queue, like
We
even
have
the
the
dead
medals,
things,
Habibi.
even the dead things are jumping you man in the queue,
we've
blood.
been in VIP
Like,
and you
it's
haven't.
peak.
We've been
Bro,
in VIP
bro.
and you
I've
haven't.
got more Champions Leagues than all of you combined.
Flawless, what are you telling me, bro? Because you're the only one sitting there in peace and quiet, blood. Do you understand? You get me, bro.
Remember
Like,
this? Yeah, remember this.
What did I not pull up on sarcasm sitting here and say Flawless saying that well right now? It's these two
you did.
dickheads here.
Yeah, you did. I give you your credit.
Fucking
You did.
Beavis and Butthead.
Because we bring up facts. We
Fucking
get
Beavis and
blue
Butthead, blood.
Our point
Remember who
stands. I
saved
don't
you in
care
Madrid
what
as well
season
for
it
number
is.
6?
Win a UCL and then you can talk to us. Until then, we could be out of it for 5 years. If you don't win the UCL in 5 years, we're still gonna mock you.
Yeah,
Because we got 2 and you got none.
Also,
You got to
Connor, if
rise
you're
up
an
a
Arsenal
UCL.
fan-
That's it.
If you're an Arsenal fan like this guy, remember who saved you in Madrid? Because this guy was singing Salah's name 2 minutes into a football game. Don't forget.
Big up out of context again. Hussam. Tranquilo. You win versus Luton.
There was no tranquilo after Diaz, Gakpo, and Elliott in that first half. No tranquilo, brother. I was
Big him
mad.
up again one more time. He says, I've seen Hussam swearing than Liverpool goals. I think he's swearing more.
Just go watch that first 45 minutes of the Luton watch along. You'll get what he's saying. I was really upset.
Nah, no, they were in my chat saying Hussam's lost it. They were like, monetization's gone already. 5 minutes in. They were like, monetization's gone. I said already.
Yeah, we start the game 5 minutes in. Diaz misses 2 1-on-1s. I was like, we are bullshitting. I had enough directly.
I was like, why you say fuck me for? Crazy.
I lied. He started sending for flipping Flawless, blood.
Yeah,
We got Ray. He says, Hussam, I'm very disappointed that you think we should do this bigger fish to fry nonsense. We are Liverpool, not Arsenal, by the way.
Lewis
not Arsenal, by the way. Amorin?
Yeah, the manager.
Amorin is a bum. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, why are you say you know what? Never mind.
Now you guys do have bigger fish to fry. Leave this one for us. We're starving.
Big up Surafar one more time. He says HOJLUND is out. The only stars left are Mano and the food hygiene rating. The scariest thing at Old Trafford is the chicken. The might have fallen.
That's good.
Hey, make sure you don't eat that chicken, brother.
Hey, some unseasoned, uncooked chicken, blood.
Salmonella.
You understand? Yeah, shit out your pants for the whole week, dog.
Make sure you take a bucket with you as well for the
you might need a nappy, rude boy. Big up out of context sarcasm one more time. He says, Lewis, I want you to win Hussam Luigi soon. God be with us. He's on your clout, blood. My brother Todd Miller. He says, late today. Yes, they mentioned Champions League, blood. And guess what? Do you know what? I'm not even gonna cuss you for losing your money, blood, because you bet. Maybe we lost because you bet on Odegaard. Stop betting on my fucking team, blood. Yeah.
Oh, so what happened? Hey, Todd, carry on, man. Continue.
Okay, now Flawless is gone.
Todd,
big up Farid.
Weekend, please.
Big up Farid. Says, was in Jordan in January in Wadi Rum. Is that how you pronounce it?
Wadi Rum, yeah.
Wadi
That's
Rum?
where the Martian was filmed.
Okay. Rode camels and everything. I def saw Hussam out there. Pics incoming to your DM troops. Look out for that. Hashtag come on you.
Yeah, but that's in the south. That's in the south. Farid, على فكرة أنت كثير. يا أخي, that is the south. The south is like more like Saudi Arabia, the way they dress and everything.
Oh, you North Jordan.
Oh, so you're North.
Yes.
So is your Jordan more? Are you more westernized?
No, we're not westernized, but we're like it's the ones in the south are because of the weather complexion and the way that it is in the south. It's you find camels there. Over here, like it snows, so there's no camels in the snow.
Yeah, 'cause I remember you said it was mad cold, didn't it?
Yeah, it's like
how's it cold? I said it's the desert, blood. How's it cold, blood?
Yeah, it fully snowed, like.
Weekends games, man. Them. I'm just gonna get some quick predictions because I got Potsy waiting for me. I got to jump on. Pause. Yeah, because I was thinking, what's the guy?
Yeah, because it took too long. We had to pause it.
Yeah. Took pause. Took pause. Too long. That is a pause.
Hey yo.
Quick predictions, man. Them. Aston Villa Forest kicks us off this weekend. That's a little derby as well, you know. That's a Midlands derby.
Oh yeah, it's Midlands. Yeah,
Midlands derby, blood. I'm gonna go Villa 3-1.
Villa 2 though.
Draw.
2-1 Villa.
Brighton Everton.
3-1 Brighton.
1-1.
Brighton, Everton.
2-1 Brighton.
2-1 Everton. Just remember that they smacked them last season. I think it was like 5-1 or
5-1 last year, didn't they? Yeah.
Brighton want revenge though. Palace Burnley.
Burnley win.
Or should I say Palace Porto, as some people call it?
Right, is that what we're doing to Burnley, calling him Porto? Crazy. 0-0.
That's crazy. Porto
3-1.
got more Champions Leagues than Arsenal as well. 2-1.
3-1 Palace.
Burnley
United Fulham.
1-0. Oh,
Yeah,
United
1-0.
Fulham.
1-0 who?
Yeah, you know what? 1-0 for that too.
What, United?
Yeah, 1-0
I'm
United.
going 1-0. No HOJLUND, yeah, well, 1-0 United.
3-1 Man United.
1-1.
Fulham are dreadful.
1-1. Bournemouth City.
Not being Fulham is crazy.
3-0 City.
1-1. Up the cherries.
4-0 City. Bournemouth in awful form.
They done
Yeah,
well though last
you know
week,
what?
2-2 at Newcastle, but Newcastle are in piss poor form.
Yeah,
as well.
Newcastle, they in decent
Speaking
form,
of Newcastle, Arsenal Newcastle, 8 o'clock kickoff. All eyes on me. Shout out Pack. Watch along. We go live 7:15.
we will be there.
Pray for me. They will all be. Yeah, Flawless pulls up early though. Well, lad.
Joe, I say big show, so to show, yeah, it's not like I pull up when you got to go down or you're venting. I'm there early. I'm doing my own watching on.
So does Lewis, to be fair, and
Yeah.
all of you, to be fair. Lewis will come in and cuss Havertz and bounce.
See, I just say big up. I don't even curse nobody out. Say large up the chat and then be like, yo, I'm out. That's all it is. This guy.
But Arsenal,
Also, you need to
Newcastle-
stop hanging up on us when we call you. What kind of
You know what?
Yeah,
fraudulent?
man, I only called you to ask if there was an emergency stream.
Do you want me to start ringing you lot?
No problem.
You don't
If you
answer
ring me,
my
I'll
calls,
pick
blood.
up.
You
Yeah,
don't
I'll
answer
pick
my
up.
calls, blood.
No, I will. I'll pick up.
Yeah, I'll pick up. As long as I'm not at the game, I'll pick up.
Yeah.
If I'm at the
Of course,
game, I
would
can't line
always-
vlogging.
I'd always answer the phone to you, lot, regardless. Come on now. That's not me. Like, I would always do that.
But yeah, Arsenal Newcastle.
Why is my
I want to
laughing,
say, I want to say Newcastle gets something so badly, but it's just not gonna happen. I'm going 3-0 Arsenal win. Well, Newcastle ain't shit. I'm gonna be real with you.
2-0 Arsenal. 2-0 to the Arsenal. I don't know who's scoring though. I don't do score predictions. I can't do that. Like goal scorers, sorry. But I think 2-0.
Saliba, Gabriel, Rice.
Well, the way we are set pieces, I could see that that's very believable, blood.
But they good defending set pieces.
But then because then Botman and all them man are back as well, blood.
yeah,
Shaw.
better than that. What you saying, Lewis?
He's saying 1-1. I can see it.
Yep.
I
you
know
are
Lewis.
correct. 1-1. 1-1.
I know Lewis, blood. You see when I know the man them? You man piss me off, you know. Flawless. What are you saying?
2-2. I'll still drop points in this game. I've said this. I said one of these games before City in the Premier League, Arsenal will drop points. And I think it will be this one. Because they're not winning 9 in a row. 2. I'm saying it. I've been saying this. 2
And also
apiece. man.
Newcastle didn't play in midweek.
I'm saying this.
They had a whole
Yeah,
week
that's
off.
all well. That's all well and good. Yeah, man. 2 apiece.
Sunday, only one game. Obviously, Carabao Cup final. Prediction for the Carabao Cup final, man. Then. What did we say? I said Liverpool penalties.
I said Liverpool 1-0 in extra time.
Lewis is saying
2-1
penalties
Liverpool.
Chelsea.
Chelsea penalties. Yeah.
And Hussam saying 2-1 Liverpool, yeah?
2-1 Liverpool, 90 minutes. Yep.
All right. Premier League on Sunday. Wolves, Sheffield United.
Yeah,
Wolves
Wolves
3-0.
Great game.
Yeah.
See, Flawless,
Great.
Wolves 3-0.
Yeah, Wolves 3-0. Yeah.
Great game right there. 3-1
Yeah.
Wolves.
2-0 Wolves. 2-0.
And then Monday, we got a London derby. West Ham, Brentford. Should be a good game, to be fair.
I've never
I
seen
think-
a game smell of a draw more than this one. I'm going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was going to say Desmond 2-2.
I say
2-2.
1-1.
I'm going to say 2-1 Brentford.
Big up Chelsea boy fan. He says, Lewis, don't worry. We're going to smoke LFC. Hussam, you fucking fraud.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
Big up Farid one more time. He says, I was in Amman majority, but I had to visit down there and Dead Sea. Beautiful country, Habibi, Hussam. It's all love from Syria, but it's still, come on, you Gunners.
Big up.
And big up my brother Connor one more time. Hussam and Lewis, both your clubs have won more Champions League, and yet you both get rattled when I mention Arsenal in the Champions League because You know we are close.
Yeah, close to the exit.
You got 1 foot out the competition, bro. What?
You know, Lewis,
You're
I just
not
want to say one
close.
thing.
It's the last 16,
Our
my
problem,
friend.
you need to understand, our problem is you telling me and Lewis we can't talk about it.
How hilarious.
When I've experienced something and I've went all the way and I've won it, I'm the guy who could talk about it. And you sit on the floor, you take pen and paper, and I give you lessons. That's exactly what happens. Exactly. Jimmy Traore has a Champions League medal and I can't talk about it. Sit on the floor.
I said close to what, man? What are you close to, Connor? Please let us know before we close out. What are you
41-year-old centre back?
Why are you close to?
And that's it, people.
Oh, no, you can't hear from Connor one last time. I want to know what you lot are close to, man. I'm genuinely
Done.
intrigued.
Connor, we're done, bro.
Has he commented? Hey, let me know in the chat.
Another little donation.
I want to know, yo. You don't even have to super chat. Someone let me know in the chat.
Connor said, you know we are close, and he lost the first leg 1-0.
He had 1-0 to Porto.
What
are we talking about?
All right,
this is
everyone.
what I meant when I said we're not cooking troops on this pod. We're cooking Arsenal fans. This is exactly what we meant.
Man said because I was with him until he said because we are close. Wait. Whoa. Wait, you acting like you in a semi-final or something like that. What's going on? Get past Porto in the round of 16, my friend. That's where you need to go, pal. Like, what are we doing out here?
Big up everyone that tuned in.
Kool-Aid drinker right there, man. Shout out to Connor.
Big up all the
He's
super
laughing
chats.
in the chat. I can't like Connor, you've been bodied. Like, big up
Big up
for your
the-
supporter shit, but you fully have been destroyed.
Yeah, big up for the donations.
Big up all the
yeah.
super chatters. Big up the mods, them. Big up the likes. We appreciate you lot every week, blood. Every episode, you know the vibe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to all the man them. Don't go anywhere. We're redirecting to Lewis. He's doing a preview for his upcoming funeral. So make sure you tune into that, blood. You understand? Unfortunately, I won't be tuned into that because I got to go jump on another stream, blood. Quick 15-minute appearance there. But you lot know the vibe. We love all of you. Watch along. Tomorrow, 7:15, I go live. And yeah, hopefully we can bounce back.
Oh, yeah,
Shout
because you
out.
got the late kick. Yeah.
Yeah, with a late kick, blood. Shout out Mr. Bounce Back Igal. We're out, bro.
Watch out. No to terrorism.